Welcome back, gang. The Pokemon bull market has officially crashed. We are seeing booster boxes finally below 200. Does that mean sets like Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, Pitch Black will touch MSRP? Is MSRP gang finally going to win? Ladies and gentlemen, this is another one of my infamous no outline videos. We're gonna jump around quite a bit. So the bull market is definitely slowing down, as we can see it across the board. A lot of slabs, especially high-end vintage slabs, high-end modern slabs are still doing well. You know, of course not like Ascended Heroes. Everybody knew that Trikachu should not have been $5,000. That's just unrealistic. But cards like the Sumbreon with a low gem rate, hard to hit, seems to be doing well. $7,000 recent sales, that seems to be doing well. Meanwhile, sealed product has either stagnated or started to go down pretty much across the board. You know, you see Ascended Heroes stagnating, Prismatic stagnating. I think Surging Sparks and Twilight are actually still slowly trickling up. But outside of that, pretty much everything else is stagnating or going down. Fusion Strike, Lost Origin going down, 151, stagnating and going down. And then you have Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, Pitch Black, which literally just released today. This is Friday of me filming this. All three of them are either just above 200 or below. I know Perfect Order is under 200. I think it's the cheapest. It's like right around 190. Chaos Rising is like 195. And I think Pitch Black is like 205. And we didn't even get Wave 2 for Pitch Black yet. So I definitely see this coming down to around the 180 mark. Honestly, all three booster boxes will probably be somewhere around there. I think this is a screaming buy for Chaos Rising while we are getting Wave 2. I don't think Chaos Rising should be a MSRP booster box. I think Chaos Rising is a better set than that. Chaos Rising is a better set than Pitch Black and Perfect Order because it actually has a chase that people really, really like and enjoy, which is Greninja. I think Greninja outbeats Darkrai any day of the week, but this has set the precedent for boxes to now go under 200. We haven't seen a booster box go under 200 in, geez, two years, a year and a half, something crazy like that. We're seeing ETBs sit around $70, which is basically MSRP. I mean, Walmart charges $60 plus tax. You're looking at like $65 to $68 depending on your tax rate. So yeah, basically MSRP for that. Booster bundles, you know, you're sitting at like a $2 to $4 premium over MSRP. You know, a lot of stores charge $30, $35. We're sitting in between $35 and $40 for a booster bundle. So yeah, these three sets are essentially MSRP. Where is the MSRP gang saying, oh, if I could buy this set at MSRP, I would buy it all. It would be gone. I would clean the shelves. Everything, I would buy it all. You're not. It's literally available on the open market, and you're not. Now, maybe you're picking and choosing, oh, I would only do that with Ascended Heroes. So would everybody else. MSRP gang only wants things that have a $2,000 chase. MSRP gang and most of these collectors only want it because there is a $2,000 chase. They don't care about the $300 chase in Greninja. $300 isn't much, but if you go back 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, a $300 chase is absolutely bananas. Like, that is unheard of. That is crazy in the down market. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. If you remember the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade, that started off at like $100 and it eventually ballooned up to 300 and came back down a bit. And then Surging Sparks came out and that Pikachu started off incredibly hot. I don't even remember what the Pikachu started off at, but I know it got up to like 350, I want to say, and stagnated. And then Prismatic was just a whole nother animal. So a card that expensive, $300, in a down market is like everybody loses their shit, essentially. But now that we're in a bull market, we have sets that have $1,000, $2,000 chases that nobody cares about the $300 chase anymore. That $300 chase is now MSRP. Where is MSRP gang? You have it available. It is right there. And I've been preaching Chaos Rising is a screaming buy. Screaming buy. Pitch Black, I think you can at least wait for Wave 2. I think Pitch Black is definitely a tier above Perfect Order, obviously. Perfect Order should be available for MSRP, in my opinion. I don't think it's a good set whatsoever. And I think Pitch Black is a little bit above that, and I think Chaos Rising is a bit above that. Personally, I think Chaos Rising at $220 to $250 is actually a good price for it. I think this might be a bit of a overcorrection. Maybe we see something in the fall and winter where this thing starts to go up again, or maybe this is just the broader sentiment. I mean, look at how much the 30th anniversary was printed. We have reports that it is reportedly, supposedly, rumored, whatever you want to say, in an email to myself. There is no email. Absolutely no email. Definitely not. But 3x print run compared to all of the other mega sets, that's a lot. And potentially with only 5 cards a pack, I've touched upon this again. I touched upon this in another video. I'll briefly touch upon it again. 5 cards a pack means without increasing the print run, they could have made twice as many packs. And there's a rumored 3x. Well, I guess that's where all our reprints went, huh? Everybody's like, oh, reprint this, reprint that. I think it all went to 30th anniversary because 3x print run, yeah, that makes sense to me, right? With that 3x print run, what do you think they're gonna do when this new factory comes up online next year? Probably around this time, maybe late fall. That's a lot of printing availability. And all of these sets currently coming out, they're all in that print window. Scented Heroes especially. I know what I'm doing. I'm not MSRP gang. If I think it's a good buy, I'm gonna buy it. Somebody commented, oh, you're trying to sell all your heavy bags. First off, I'm not trying to sell my Chaos Rising. I have Perfect Order. Now I have a case of Pitch Black. Yes, I am trying to sell Pitch Black. It's the day of release. Of course I am. I'm almost out of ETBs. I think I have 1 ETB left on the store. Nobody wanted the bundles. Nobody wanted booster boxes, which blows my mind that nobody wants booster boxes. When Pokemon has basically said, hey, we're not going to print booster boxes. Multiple PokeTubers, which everybody listens to PokeTubers, multiple PokeTubers have said they seem to not be reprinting. They seem to be printing less booster boxes because they'd rather put these packs in other things. They'd rather more people get the packs than one person get 36. They have said this over and over and over again. But yet everybody is going after these ETBs that everybody gets. Every store in the world gets an ETB. Car dealerships, Lowe's, Kmart, Kohl's, Walmart, Target, GameStop, Best Buy, me, Joe Blow down the street, your local card shop. Everybody gets ETBs. Not everybody gets booster boxes. And a lot of places are getting their booster box allocations cut. We're not seeing reprints of booster boxes, but we have seen reprints of ETBs. And we've seen reprints of ETBs with sets that have booster boxes. You following me here? I think you're following me. You should be following me. Hopefully you're following me. I can't wrap my mind around that people would rather buy ETBs than booster boxes. Don't know why. Maybe it's just people wanting the display pieces. Okay, I could understand that because the ETBs do display better. Let's be real here. The ETBs do display better. But if you're a collector, you collect for value, you're an investor, you want packs to rip, booster box is the way to go. And all you MSRP gang and collectors and all that, say you're in it because you love the hobby so much, you love all this. Well, all these sets are here. They are dirt cheap. You want a cheap thing to rip with your kids. You want cheap pack skins so you crack packs. You want to do master sets. Well, here they are. Here's 3 sets in a row. Go for it. Get it. Personally, I think Chaos Rising is the best of the 3. Personally, I think Chaos Rising will do the best of the 3. Personally, I think Chaos Rising is undervalued, and this is a screaming time to buy. I'm probably going to put out another buy order in a couple weeks, trying to buy more Chaos Rising booster boxes. Just because I think this set is worth more than whatever, the 195 it is. And yeah, I'll buy it a percent of market. I'll probably be like 85% because it's already down. I'll probably buy it at like 85% of market because it's already down quite a bit and people aren't going to want to, lose money. Let's be real here. And I'll make a small position in Chaos Rising because I believe Chaos Rising is a good set. It is literally Phantasmal Flames. It is literally Silver Tempest. Sure, it's not a Lugia. Sure, it's not a Charizard, but it's pretty close. So how am I navigating this downturn, this crash, this whatever you want to call it, summer slowdown? That's what I'm calling it until we see a broader downturn in all of collectibles, all of Pokemon, in the fall and winter. Until we see that, I'm still sticking to this is just a summer slowdown. People are starting to panic, that's for sure. But what am I doing? Nothing. I'm staying the course. I'm doing the same thing I've always done. I just dropped a crap ton of money on sealed product, Pitch Black, and some Chaos Rising for the store. I was able to lower prices on some of my Chaos Rising stuff because I got this stuff a lot cheaper. Not a lot cheaper, but a little cheaper. And I bought a bunch of slabs and singles for when I vend. Looking at a show in either August or September. I always get those 2 months confused. But looking at vending one of those shows, so I just bought up it was like close to $5,000 collection, maybe close to 6,000, something around there. I can't remember off the top of my head. Bunch of PSA 10s, not a bunch, some PSA 10s, I think a PSA 9 from like Dragon's Frontier or something like that, one of those reverse stamps. But a bunch of Evolution PSA 10s and a bunch of singles that are, honestly, there was a lot of Crown Zenith, the gold cards, some Galarian galleries, trainer galleries, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm still buying. I've got a decent deal on that one. And for the store, I'm constantly trying to buy some more product. I'm getting first partners in. I think I'm getting more Ascended Heroes bundles in. And I'm essentially trying to make, my 10% still. But, if I can buy it at a lower price, I will. The first partner boxes, I may only make $5. That's fine with me because I've had so many people request first partners. And if it goes cheaper, I'll buy more because I'm a big believer in first partners. Just like I'm a big believer in Ascended Heroes and Chaos Rising. Now, Ascended Heroes might fall a lot. Ascended Heroes has definitely gone up in value quite a bit since release. That is probably one of the more riskier buys in my opinion, but Chaos Rising at, $190 a booster box, I don't feel too bad because even at MSRP, after sales tax, you're looking at 161 plus sales tax, you're probably looking at like 170 to 175. That $15 difference, you're worried about a $15 difference when everybody knows 5 years? Because that's the general consensus. You hold for 5 to 10 years. 5 years, you don't think that's going to be a $500 box? Probably. Let's be real here. That's the general consensus. Hold for 3 to 5 to 10 years. Probably going to be a $500 box. And it's not going to matter whether you bought it at 160, 170, 180, 200. I got my case at $200 a box. Same thing with Perfect Order, $200 a box. Sure, I might be down right now. No big deal. In a sealed case, so I could potentially get a sealed case premium later down the line. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm not stressing every single day, every single second. And you know what? It does help me because I buy it from my Pokemon plug who is basically the only reason I get any stock for the website. He's how I get booster boxes, ETBs, and booster bundles for every set. So yeah, sure, I might not actually have distro. He has distro. I'm scratching his back so he can scratch my back. And you know what? The only reason I am going to get 30th anniversary is because of him. The only reason I'm going to get Rayquaza set, Delta Storm, is because of him. Sure, I might not like the price, but at least I'm going to have it for my store and my customers, and I can market it that. That's the exact same way that it works with distro. And you know what? With this market slowdown going on, maybe some people stop spending. Maybe some people can't afford how much they're buying from distro because Pitch Black, instead of being a $300 booster box, is now selling for whatever MSRP plus tax. Maybe distro's watching this YouTube video and eventually will shoot me an email or call me. Be like, hey, I like your videos. You're not going to get any Pokemon, but you can buy some stuff slowly and build your spend with us. That'd be sweet. But I'm trying to prepare myself so that way when the slowdown does come, when I do get that email, when I do get that call, I'm already in the mindset. Sure, I might hate this fucking price because I do. I hate that $200 price point for a set as bad as Perfect Order. I wouldn't buy that as an investment. Personally, I would not. But I can't sell it. I literally can't sell it. Nobody wants this crap. Perfect Order is crap. Nobody wants it. I couldn't sell it even if I wanted to. So, threw it in the closet. It is what it is. The business will be very happy in 5 years when that's $300, $400, $500 a box. Screw it. If I can't sell it, I'll just throw it on TCG Player and somebody will eventually buy it. That's it. That's the game plan with crap sets like that. Screw it. Because odds are those crap sets, they're not getting reprinted. They're really not. And if we do, then we're probably screwed. If they choose to reprint Perfect Order over something like Ascended Heroes, Destined Rivals, or a Quasi set, 30th anniversary, then they either already hit all those sets with reprints or I don't know what's going on. The Pokemon market is in shambles. I have no idea, but that would be crazy to see. Anyway, so I'm trying to prepare myself to already be in that mindset and be operating in that manner where it's like, I know if I scratch his back, he'll scratch my back. So that's the way I have to operate until I can get distro. And that's what I'm doing. That's exactly how I'm operating. That's how I've been operating for about the last year, ever since I met. I just call him the Pokemon plug, so that way I'm not releasing anybody's identity. That's when ever since I met the Pokemon plug, that's what I've been doing. And I'm gonna continue to do that until there's a bear market and nobody wants this shit and I can get booster boxes and stuff dirt cheap from him. Or, even if I can sign up for distro, I probably will still buy off of him just so that way I can get more product. Because I know I'm not gonna get much, if anything, from distro if I eventually do get it. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Let me know in the comments below, what are you targeting during this summer slowdown? Yes, that's all I'm calling it, is a summer slowdown until we see, maybe 3 months of this. Maybe we see this into the winter around Christmas time. Then I would say it's a crash. But right now, it's still a summer slowdown. What are you buying? What are you looking at getting? What are you collecting still? Are you team MSRP? Are you buying Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, Pitch Black at MSRP pricing now? While you're in the comments, bunch of helpful links in the description of the video or my link tree if you are watching on Instagram or whatever. Shop the website. We got tons of Pitch Black, Chaos Rising, Ascended Heroes, everything you can imagine. We have tons of product. Shop that, help support me, help me get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers. We're like 480 or something like that right now. So that's awesome. And sign up for my email list. I send out about one email a month. I send out about one email a month because I can't afford to buy more. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Let me know in the comments below, are you targeting anything in particular? Are you buying singles? Are you buying slabs while they kind of heat up a little bit? Are you buying Chaos Rising, Perfect Order, and Pitch Black at these near MSRP prices? Let me know in the comments, and while you are down there, check the link in the description of the video or my link tree if you're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. There are plenty of helpful links there. Shop my website for Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, Ascended Heroes, Prismatic, First Partners. I'm actually getting a restock on First Partners soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, shop the website, join the Discord, and sign up for my emails. That's all I got for you guys. This is Max Pax signing out.